This is number 2 or part 2 of the first video I did, which was for essential accessories, add-on bits, whatever you want to call it, for DIYers, hobbyists, handyman, so on. You know, especially if you've got little room or so on, you don't need big bits and stuff like that. So let's dive in and I'll show you. One of the things is these marking stops, gauges, whatever I call them. They are brilliant. It comes in a set with all these things, and maybe I'll go through another video, or you could find other videos on YouTube. But when it comes to putting handles on, picture frames on, you just put these where the holes would go. You just line it up. You can even pre-drill your holes and put your pictures up. They're brilliant. I use them all the time for so many things. You know, marking stuff and so on. This comes, and then you know, as that sort of ties in with this. So I'm not gonna put this as number 1 as well. Vernier scales or calipers, what they call it, and they are good for all small jobs, especially when it comes to metalwork and engineering, because I use them all the time. You can check all sorts of things, depth on stuff, which this. So you can go like that and check the depth, which is 9.25 on this one, or you can sort of check the thickness on stuff. So if I show you that, so it's thick, it's very accurate, and you can also check the inward diameter of some stuff. So you got that and you put that and so on. Brilliant stuff to have. Use it all the time, like I said. So that's one of the things, essential things. Then the other thing is, I grabbed this, and these are what you call tri grips made by Miles Craft. They're like other people do them as well. They're called cookies and so on, and so many people do them. But you can even make these yourself actually with wood and some anti-slip sort of silicon mats or something, and so on. But what they do is essentially you put them down, and you would, if you want to paint these or sand it, you don't want it moving. So I mean, you can see I'm moving the whole thing, and the tips, you can sand your stuff, mark it, cut it, whatever, and it holds it in place. With these ones, what I like about them is they've got these top bits as well. So if you want to paint stuff, spray them and so on, so you can put them on there and then spray, takes, and then turn them over, you know, as they dry, but and spray the other side and so on. So these are really handy things to have, especially when you're cutting, sanding, stuff like that. They call the you know, anti-slip stuff. You can, as I said, there are tons of these in the market. The next one, which is the third thing I think now, is a drill press. I can't tell you how much I've used this and how many things I've made with it. I mean, even when it came to doing this router handle things, just to marking making the holes for these, putting the insert insert bit for you know, rounding over things in the router. With this, you put the thing on there with the screw. You put your drill on it so it presses on, and use a soldering iron, and it just presses it in nicely. So, and there's a lot of other stuff you can use with this. You know, the good thing about this one is you can change whatever you want, your angle to screw your you know, so you put your, for example, you put your drill on there. You put your drill on there, lock it on there, and then you can see this. So you can drill straight in, straight down. There's a stop on here as well, so you can actually adjust the depth of how much you want. So this is the stop, so you can go down to whatever depth you want to go down to and stop it on there. So when you actually drilling, you stop it at that depth and go no further. Yeah, and like I said, you can move the angle. With this particular one, it came with some attachments which actually slide a screw on here, and they would square this off from both sides onto a piece of whatever material you're working with. You also got these bits, so if you've got something round, it grips it on there. So I'm just using there's a round, you have a round tube or something, you would put it on there and then drill straight down into that. Very handy for drilling things at angles, depth, using it as a depth gauge, using it for D nuts or T nuts, whatever they call them, where you need to be very straight and accurate. You put the Allen key on here, and then you go down and put your, on a slow speed with the drill, you put your D nuts or T nuts in. Very essential now to have. The other one is the thing I'm working on the most, and that is this, a workbench. I don't know what I'd do without it. I just do so much with this. All my stuff I put on there. You can use it as a clamp. I've used it so many times as a clamp, where I'm sort of jiggling around trying to find something. So I quickly put a piece of wood in there, tighten it up, use it as a clamp to work, or even keep it on there. I've sort of sat down on there, had my dinners on here, especially in a small room like this. And it folds up. That's a good thing about this. I mean, this is a cheap one, but you could get, there's so many out there. But a workbench is essential. You can even put your power tools on here, which I'll go to, I'll sort of speak about another tool. You could put power tools on here and work with it like your angle grinder, where you want to take things, you sort of hold it on there, and you've got a piece of metal and you want to just round them off or use it. You can hold that on there. You can, like I showed you, you can hold the sand stand on there, and so on. So that's very, and it folds up, which is good. So you fold it up, put it away. And last but not least is scribers, hole punches, and markers. I mean, I call them all as one, really, but scribing stuff, if you're using woodworking or metalwork, you need a nice scriber, Tantus carbide scriber, or marker pens. I've got two here. I've got this one. I've got a Sharpie just somewhere here. It is. There's a Sharpie as well. You know, especially when it comes to working on materials like metal or mirrors or glass or something like that, where you can't use a pencil or whatever it is, come handy. And a hole punch to mark your when you want to first drill something, or even on metal or something. It's brilliant to have. So yeah, those are the next 5 essential accessories, add-on bits in my video, and thanks for watching.